scoreboard on program. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center for Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball. As tonight, the 9-5 Hillers take on 10-4 Norwood Mustangs. Tom Nappy alongside Peter Thomas. Happy to be with you for this evening's game, and it is a big TVL large matchup. Certainly a fight towards the top of the standings between these two teams. Very similar teams. The Hillers average 42 points per game while giving up 37. Norwood on average scores 48 while giving up 40. So pretty similar numbers as I welcome in my broadcast partner, Peter Thomas. Peter, it should be a good showdown on this Friday night.
We're back, Tommy.
Absolutely.
It's not soccer, it's girls basketball, but I'll tell you what, these Hillers, they're coming in on a 2-game win streak. They beat Ashland 59-31 on the road the other night. And then they handled, just before that, the Dedham Marauders 54-36 on Friday. So one thing is for certain, these girls, they can score in bunches. But Norwood, no slouches. The Mustangs are riding in on a 2-game win streak, improving to a 10-4 record, like you said, and they had recent wins against Holliston and Medway. Both of these games, they put up more than 60 points, Tom. So you know they can be lethal. This should be an incredibly exciting game.
It certainly should be, and right now we are going to send it down to courtside for the opening announcements and the national anthem.
Good evening, and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity girls basketball game as the Norwood Mustangs take on your hometown Hopkinton Hillers. The Tri-Valley League is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, game officials, or fans in attendance. Such actions include taunting, trash talking, and the berating of players or officials. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Thank you for helping create a positive, respectful, and fun environment here at HHS. And now for tonight's lineups. For the Norwood Mustangs, number 4, Captain Lauren Green. Number 11, Captain Trisha Guadalupe. Number 20, Ariana Blake. Number 21, Ava Moran. Number 22, Captain Alexa Ford. The
And there you have it. We are just about ready to go here at the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. Tom Nappy alongside Peter Thomas, happy to be with you on the call for tonight's crucial TVL Large matchup. Let's take a look at those TVL Large standings. Medfield in first place on a 10-game winning streak. They are 13-1 heading into tonight. Then you got Norwood in second at 10-4. Hopkinton right there at 9-5. Holliston 5-10. Westwood 4-10, Ashland at 1-13. So you got Medfield at the top of the standings, but if Medfield shall end up losing a couple, these two teams battling it out, you never know.
They're right there, aren't they?
And of course, fighting for playoff seeding as well. You want to try to get some of those home games in the state tournament. Kate Finnegan in the center circle up against Trisha Wadkowski. The Hillers will work left to right across your screen for the first half, and we are underway. Norwood with the basketball as Reen takes it to the wing. Up top is Blake. She'll send it over. Pass over by Wadkowski, taking it in and going up with the left hand. No good is Chorus. Loose ball. Restaghini recovers for the Hillers.
Good defense on that for the Hillers. They stood strong in the paint.
Some early trapping going on by the Hiller defense. Paid off, created some confusion out there. Finnegan over to Davies. And Peter, you were talking about how good this Norwood team could shoot. Defense is going to be key. Good hustle there, but she couldn't keep it in.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, Norwood, putting up 60 points in a game, that just tells you right there, and doing it consistently tells you right there that they can be lethal from the outside, because you know they didn't get all of them in the paint, right? So you got to watch that three-point. You got to have that high line and make sure you play good perimeter defense there.
Well, and the last time these two teams met this season didn't go so well for the Hillers back in December. A 37-13 Norwood win back on December 15th. For three here, no good there by Chorus. Battle for it, and coming out with it is Finnegan. Restaghini to Davies. And a miscommunication there, but Finnegan picks it up. Over to Paharic. Up top, Finnegan now along the wing, Flanagan.
Nice cut.
Paharic down the lane, kicks it back out. Flanagan feeds it out. Oh, it gets by Finnegan. Norwood basketball.
You can see right there, Norwood's got them out on the perimeter. They're not giving up much in the paint. The Hillers, they got a slash to the basket.
It's going to be Hiller basketball. They're going to say a defender touched it. Davies feeds the corner. Restaghini for three. No good. Off the rim and out. Norwood ball. I think both teams kind of feeling each other out here in the early minutes. It's been a while since they met up, all the way back towards the beginning of the season. It was the second game of the season. Hillers are certainly hoping for a bit of a better outcome. Wadkowski for three. No good there. Norwood keeps it in their possession as Blake gathers it up, feeds the wing, driving in. Reen up for the shot. No good. Norwood rebound. Good job in the low post by the Mustangs on this possession. Blake down the lane.
That's a great defensive play by Bethel. Just stood strong there, took the charge.
And that's going to be the first foul of the game by either team. They'll get Blake with her first. Team first. Restaghini. Full court pressure by Norwood. Davies trying to feed it over. It's stolen away. Here comes the Mustangs.
Good recovery by Hopkinton, though.
Up for the shot and in, Ava Morid. So Norwood gets the first bucket of the evening.
That full court press early there for Norwood. They're going to get tired if they keep doing that, though.
And they will get another turnover there. Full court press paying off once again. Well, this is going to be a game of hustle between these two teams. And I think by the end of it, both teams are going to be pretty tired. These two teams certainly play each other hard. Up for the shot, no good, is Chorus.
Another charge. This time it was Holly Paharic taking it.
Hiller's doing a nice job at setting Norwood up for those charges. It's going to be a team second, first on Chorus. And Peter, I don't know if you know about the rule change this year, but it's foul by quarter now rather than half. So 5 is the limit for a quarter before you get those free throws. And they start a fresh count each quarter. Davies trying to feed Paharic, stolen away by Reen. Quick break to the bucket. What hustle by Davies.
Yeah, good recovery from Davies. I mean, that was just another turnover by the Hillers. They got to be a little more careful with the ball, but that was excellent, excellent transition from Davies just to get back and break up that layup.
Great block there. Reen with possession along the far side. Up top she goes, Chorus. To the wing, Blake. Feeds it over. Reen trying to find a way in. The Hillers making it difficult. Gets it over. Back out to Reen for three. No good, falls short. Battle for it, it's batted, and Finnegan will land on it. And we're gonna have a foul. It looks like they're gonna get
foul on Norwood there. Yep. So that's 3 fouls on Norwood pretty quick.
It's gonna be the second already on Ariana Blake, so she'll have to be careful. Norwood head coach Kristen McDonald, not a fan of the call.
No, she was holding her forehead in agony on that one.
You have two tremendous head coaches doing battle tonight. More on that in a moment. Restaghini no good. Of course, you have Mike Greco, who was brought through the Hiller system with Coach Keene and the boys team, and Coach McDonald was the longtime coach for the Norwood boys and took them to a couple state championships before taking over on the girls' side, as this foul is going to be on Paharic. First Hiller foul. Reen on the entry. Gets it in, and we have a foul.
Liliana Cordani checked in for Ariana Blake on the Norwood side.
They're going to get Flanagan with a push.
Yeah, that's 2 quick fouls for the Hillers now. We gotta tighten that up a little.
Last time the Hillers beat Norwood was all the way back in 2021, a 42-39 win. Hillers have lost the last 5 games they've played Norwood. A 3-year, no good. Loose ball, Norwood keeps it. Collected by Cordani. Reen fires it over, up for 3. No good there. Off the back iron goes Morid. Loose ball, Hillers have it.
I think Norwood's 0 for 4 right now from 3.
They're going to keep trying it, though. And when they get hot from beyond the perimeter, look out. Same deal with the Hillers, really. Restaghini to Davies. Driving in, looking to go to the corner. One step too many.
You know, she got tangled up on that and just forced the travel. That's unfortunate.
We're going to get a timeout. 3:39 left to go. A defensive affair so far. 2-0 Norwood lead.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, they're both moving the ball around pretty well. I like that. You know, they're definitely standing up. I like the way the Hillers are playing in terms of the defense being kind of stout. I mean, taking 2 charges that early is great. I mean, clearly they know that Norwood wants to put the ball on the floor and drive that dribble penetration game, but they're standing up to them. You know, Bethel took one. Holly Paharic took one. So yeah, it's good to see that so far, and I like to see them, you know, throw themselves on the floor a little too, and they're scrambling. I think going back to that one play where the Norwood coach was, you know, where they got the foul assessed, she was hoping for a jump ball.
Right.
So she was thinking, you know, it was a pretty clear jump ball to her, but
that's what I thought it was going to be.
But yeah,
there was a little push there, and the official, of course, has the best view, so we'll go with that. But if you look at the first time these two teams met up, it was only a 37-13 game, so perhaps we're on our way to a low-scoring affair like they had back in December. 3:39 off the timeout. Norwood will inbound. Bellacoris on the entry. Here comes Morid. Morad feeds it up top to Chorus. Back to the wing. Chorus. Got a couple choruses out there. Alexa and Bella. Up for the shot. No good there. Rebound. Miss Wadkowski shot. Rebound by Davies. And that pass is batted. Another turnover. And we're going to have a jump ball.
That's another great defensive play just to break up that scoring opportunity. I mean, I will say, just in the paint, you know, the Hillers are stout tonight.
And it was Elena Davies again. Chorus was coming in hard for the lay-in, and Davies got right in there, and no contact, which was great and led to the jump ball call. We're going to get a push.
I think that's they didn't get it over the half line there.
Yep.
Yeah,
You are
that full court press, just keeping him pinned.
Here we go. It's looking like a defensive one tonight, Peter.
Well, another thing is, the Hill, as good as they are on defense right now.
Up for the shot, no good. And it's a Norwood rebound collected by Chorus. Great steal. Davies hustling all around. There she goes. Feeds it over. And taken back by Norwood. Another good steal there on the attempted Kane pass. Chorus to Cordani. Back out she goes. For three is Wadkowski, no good. Norwood rebound. And a nice block underneath by Davies.
Yep, Davies doing it all. That's a couple of plays she's broken up. But I was going to say, in that full court press, I mean, there's three Mustangs, right? So that means we've got somebody open, and we've got to advance the ball quicker than that. We've got to know that's coming because somebody's unmarked.
Right. Yeah, they're going to have to switch things up constantly and move that ball quick.
Good steal.
Another steal here. Kane with it. Up top, Davies gets it over. Along the wing, that's Grady. Paharic back to Davies. For three. No good. Oh, it almost landed back in. Ooh. And then on the rebound, we have a Norwood foul as Paharic
took a shot there.
Yeah, looks like
she was going to chase her own rebound off of that three, and she just took it on the chin there.
We'll get Cordani with the foul. That's her first. That is Liliana Cordani. Kane on the entry. And it is going Norwood's way. Winning that battle, Ava Morad. 2:05 left to go, and Peter, this is one of those games that every bucket, it's going to be tough to come by in this one.
Yeah, I mean, we're on pace for a 10-8 game at this point, Tom. Something's got to give.
Here comes Morad. Over to the wing, Chorus. Driving it up with the left hand, no good. And the Hillers recover. Whitman Kraus recovering. Kane up top, Davies. Feeds it over for three is Grady. No good. Norwood rebound collected by Isabella Morgan. Here comes Morad. Feeds it over. And a foul drawn up by Alexa Chorus.
Yeah, she was planted, but she's in the paint. There's a block. She's going to get a shot.
That is going to be against Caroline Kane, her first. Team third for the Hillers. It'll be an inbound for Norwood.
My bad on that one.
Well,
I thought she was putting it up at the time, so apparently not. Again, they've got the best view down there.
Morgan on the entry. It was a close one.
Yep.
Took too long. 5
long.
seconds.
Again, good defense from the Hillers.
Kane on the entry. Restaghini feeds it over. Here comes Grady, and she'll run into trouble as trying to steal it away as Chorus, and she will. Chorus feeds it to the left block. No good on the lay-in is Cordani. And now a battle for it, and we'll have a jump ball call.
Wow. I'm telling you, Norwood is it's turning into a wrestling match down there, man. They are covering it all up. And they get the possession because of the jump ball.
This is going to be one of those gritty, physical games. Cordani on the entry. She needs to get it in quick. Gets it in. Morgan feeds it over. Wadkowski, long two, no good. And Paharic comes up with it. Here comes Restaghini. Feeds it over to Whitman Kraus. Now along the corner, Paharic drives baseline. Some contact there.
Yep.
It's going to be against Isabella Morgan.
Smart play from Holly. She knew she was going to run into a wall there, so smart play from her just to draw the contact.
And that's team fifth for Norwood, so they've hit the limit.
Yep. Put them in foul trouble. That's right. Let's get our points from the stripe at this point.
I think that's what it's going to come down to, the way this is going.
Yeah, I mean, neither team is shooting particularly well, but they're both playing great defense.
Paharic misses the first. A 2-0 game with 58 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
But, you from the score sheet, it sounds like it'd be boring, but it sure hasn't been. I mean, it's been all over the place.
It's been tremendous defense by both sides as Paharic gives the Hillers their first point. And here comes Norwood. Feet up top, driving down Wadkowski. Along the short corner now is Reen.
Well, that was a nice pass from her.
For three, and no good there is Morid. Hillers have it. Driving the lane, Restaghini, now a battle for it as Restaghini gets tied up with Morid, and jump ball called, Hiller possession.
Yeah, I mean, Restaghini's driving the floor there, but her teammates aren't keeping up with her, so she didn't really have much to do once she got down there.
Flanagan on the entry, and it's batted out of play. Hillers will do it again. Stingy defense by both sides, and that is going to likely be the theme of this game. Finnegan to Flanagan, up to Davies. Feeds the corner, Restaghini for three. No good. And it's pulled down by Wadkowski. Here comes Norwood, driving the lane. Morid feeds it to the right block, up, and no good is Chorus. And then we're going to have a foul on the second attempt. Chorus heading to the line. Team fourth for the Hillers.
I'll tell you, Norwood's, the interior passing is pretty impressive for them. They're moving around a lot. They're not shooting particularly well tonight, but their interior passes are something else.
On the first of two, it's good. This is one of those games where you're going to have to use all those fundamentals, all those defensive fundamentals and passing fundamentals. On the second, no. It's a 3-1 game. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Davies feeds it over. Hillers hoping for a buzzer beater opportunity. Up top, Restaghini. Davies long three, no good, off the mark, and that'll do it. A 3-1 first quarter.
It's like a soccer score line.
Yeah, I gotta say, Peter, I didn't think it'd be 3-1 after the first quarter.
No, I mean, each of these teams are putting up, somewhere between 18 and 20 points a quarter on average, and here we got 3-1 score line. But I'll tell you what, they've sure been testing each other out quite a bit. I mean, they're giving each other no quarter, which is why none of them are shooting. They're not shooting particularly well.
That, and this game is just looking like a defensive chess match between Coach Greco and Coach McDonald. And you're seeing a whole lot of defensive strategies out there. Teams are constantly changing things up on the defensive side. A lot of quick steals. Not the best passing. I think that's leading to a lot of these turnovers.
Well, yeah, and we've really – it seems like we've yet to see the Hillers run a designed play at this point. Right? I mean, they haven't had the opportunity to take the ball down to half court, get set up, and run a play because the Mustangs have just been suffocating them with the full court press. So everything is just helter-skelter. And on the other side, the Mustangs are moving the ball pretty well, and they're shooting a lot of threes. You can see that's their strategy. Let's just drain threes. They're not really hitting the target, but that's because the defense, the Hiller defense, is so sturdy right now. So they're both thwarting each other's attack plan here right now. So let's see what happens in the second quarter. Let's see how they turn it around.
Absolutely, and I think one of the keys to this game is going to be who gets hot from outside the perimeter first. Reen to Becker. Last time it was a similar game, and Norwood got red hot from outside the perimeter, and that made the difference. Blake feeds it over to Becker.
Look at her. She's all up in her grill.
Morid driving down, and we have a foul.
It's like on Bethel?
I believe so. Yeah, it's going to be a push against Flanagan. That's her second.
Got a couple of multi-sport athletes out here. Holly Pekarik, Bethel Flanagan. Even on the Norwood side, isn't Trisha Wilkowski? She's that goalkeeper that was so great on that Norwood team, right?
Absolutely. As Ava Morid hits the bucket and draws the foul, she's at the line for an and one. Yeah, Tricia Wadkowski, a tremendous on the soccer pitch as well as
My goodness. I mean, the Hillers had a heck of a time scoring against her. She made some unbelievable saves against the Hillers.
She did indeed.
Those all-star Hillers soccer team.
What a couple of great games those were, too,
Yeah,
when the Hiller girls met up with Norwood. With it is Finnegan. Over to Paharic, back to Finnegan. 15 on the shot clock. Hiller's got to try to come up with something here. Flanagan gets it over. Finnegan driving down. She was hoping for the foul there. It will stay with the Hillers.
Coach looking for the travel there, but I think it just deflected out of bounds.
Flanagan on the entry. Gets it in, but not where she wanted. Taken away by Morad.
Well, she didn't have a lot of options there. I mean, everybody was covered up, and she was hoping to get a runner into the paint.
And that's what's so impressive about this Norwood team, the fact that they can play such stingy man-to-man defense like that. And the Hillers, they could do the same thing. It's really two teams that could look in the mirror and see a reflection of each other pretty much. We get a moving violation here, Norwood ball.
Like Wilikowski's getting the break, and Alexa Chorus back in.
6:46 left to go in the first half.
Can you believe Wilikowski is only a junior?
I cannot.
She plays like a college kid, you know. She's got a lot of maturity in her game.
I think one day you'll see her in a college uniform, whether it's basketball or soccer. Never know. Along the wing is Blake. Trying to work the top of the perimeter, feeds it over. Chorus trying to find an opening. Good defensive maneuver there by Paharic.
Yeah, good job, Holly, reading that play, stepping in, breaking it up. A couple of reserves coming in to give them a break, give Bethel a break. Bethel and Kate Finnegan.
Morad on the give and go. Up for the shot. Denied. I think Restaghini got a hand in there. Here comes the Hillers. Restaghini down the lane over to Paharic. Up top now to Grady, and now Whitman Kraus gets it over. Grady feeds it up top to Restaghini. And Whitman Kraus able to gather it up. It's swatted away. Knocked out by Blake. Here comes Chorus. Feeds it over. Becker gets it up top to Morad. Now to Blake. Back to Chorus, driving the lane, off the window, count it. Norwood starting to find their stride a little bit.
Yep. Much better job of getting out of the press there just now, though, from the Hillers.
Here comes Kane from the block.
There you go. Just take it to the paint. Just take it to the hole and see what happens. That's what you got to do.
They're going to call it for a charge.
Oh, no. Goodness, I thought I missed that. To me, it looked like a block.
I think that's what she was hoping for, but they get her with the charge.
Nonetheless,
that could have went either way.
Nonetheless, my advice is good. Just take it to the hole and see what happens.
I agree.
At this point, that's an over and back. Yep.
Oh, backcourt violation.
Yep. Good job. Ref and I were standing on the same line here, so.
Well, the Hillers saying, you're not going to give us any space. We're not going to give you any space. Davies with it. Paharic. Whitman Kraus back to Davies. Up top, Grady. Driving down around the defender, up with the underhand shot. No. Norwood rebound by Chorus. Feeds it over to Reen. Reen for three. No good. Off the mark. Loose ball collected by Morad. Gets it over to Chorus. Up top, Blake. Here goes CeCe Becker driving in, kicks it out. Morad for three. No good. Norwood collects. Morad gets the lucky bounce in the corner. Norwood trying to open things up. They're going to take another three here, and this time hit Ariana Blake.
Yeah, I mean, the Hiller defense was scrambling. That's what happens when you don't get the rebound. When you allow them to get their offensive rebound like that, they get a time to reset. We were all out of position.
Oh, boy. Another steal. Up and in goes Morad.
Too easy. Too easy.
Well, the Hillers need to get some offense going. It gets away. And Norwood going to come up with another turnover. Reen, a great feed over to Chorus, who goes up and in. And Coach Greco needs a timeout.
Yeah, he's seen enough. He's seen enough. He's got to. So, look, I mean, the key is you got to get those rebounds. The Hillers have got to collect those rebounds. What happened was Morad threw that three up. She bricked it. She was able to collect her own rebound in the low post. They just rotated the ball around because – the Hillers were all collapsing on it, and defense was out of shape. Left a wide-open three.
Well, hopefully this timeout will change up the momentum for the Hillers a little bit. How about a couple of TVL updates? A lot of huge TVL games tonight. On the boys' side, Medfield leading Holliston 11-4 at the end of the first quarter. On the girls' side, after 3 quarters of play, Millis leading Dover Sherborne 35-32. So Millis looking for a nice upset tonight. Eliana Scalabrini leading the way for Dover Sherborne with 11 points in that game. Also on the girls' side in the third quarter, or at the end of the third quarter, Norton leading Bellingham 48-22. At the half, Medway boys leading Dedham 29-21. And we have a final, Medway girls getting the win over Dedham 61-29. So a nice win for the Medway girls. And we will try to keep you updated on all the TVL basketball action throughout the course of tonight's broadcast. We're still hoping to get an update from what's going on over in Norwood as the Hiller boys are there tonight in a crucial matchup. Caroline Kane will have the entry. 3:51 left to go in the second quarter. The Hillers looking to add on to their lone point.
Yep.
Full court pressure once again by Norwood. It's batted. Loose ball, and Grady's going to collect, and then we're going to have a foul. It's going to be is that going to be on the Hillers?
The Hillers.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. In any case, it's Norwood's ball. I thought Grady took a shot there. Green, and actually, believe it was a backcourt violation.
Yeah, it might have been. They just didn't advance it quick enough.
For three, Becker knocks it down.
Boy, she hoisted that from her waist. What an unusual shot she's got, right? Just sidearm that thing in there.
And they corrected an error on the scoreboard. It was actually 14-1 prior to that 3 bucket, so it's now 17-1. Hiller's making a couple substitutions. Restaghini and Flanagan back into the game. Well, the Hillers certainly not liking the way this one's looking so far. It's looking a lot like that game from in December where they fell 37-13 against Norwood.
Every one of those Norwood girls woke up, ate a giant bowl of Wheaties this morning and thought, I have one thing on my mind, and that is to show up in Hopkinton and just apply tremendous pressure.
Yep.
It seems that they've been doing that.
Reen feeds it up top. Chorus trying to work her way in around the defender. Up and in she goes.
Yeah, the buckets are starting to fall for Norwood now.
Little scoop shot there. Davies
stepped out of bounds. Hillers just have no answer for that press, do they?
No, we'll see if they could come up with something, but they got to do it quick. They're down by 18.
You got 33, Joy Robinson checking in for Norwood. She's a freshman.
Davies. Flanagan driving down and
there you go.
Draws the foul.
Yeah. That's right. I think take it to the paint because at least you get a shot, but you're also going to get them in foul trouble. We got to start playing a little bit more like that. That we've been staying way too much on the perimeter, way too much on the outside.
And I understand they want someone to heat up from beyond the perimeter, and they'll certainly need to try that at some point in this game once again. But for now, I think you need to drive to the bucket, find your stride a little bit, force those fouls.
Get a little momentum going.
She hits both. Well-needed points for the Hillers. Full court pressure, as you would expect in this one. Chorus feeds it over. Cordani gets it to Robinson. Robinson to Becker for three.
It's a long three.
No good there, but Norwood's going to keep. Swatted back to Becker, feeds it up top. Wadkowski down the lane. No good, and the Hillers have the rebound, pulled down by Finnegan. Kane to Davies. Finnegan to Flanagan. Back to Davies for three. No good. Collected by Joy Robinson, the freshman. Feeds it to Wadkowski. Looking for the give and go. Knocked away by Kane. But Robinson going to pick up the loose ball. Becker to the short corner. She goes. No good there. Put back. No good. Batted in the air. It was just kept in bounds. Becker up for the shot. Draws the foul.
Yeah, that's 2 offensive rebounds they got there. That's the second chance points that we were talking about, Tom.
That's one of the big problems for the Hillers, is that was Restaghini's second foul, is they need to win those battles in the low post on the defensive side. Norwood is just dominating in that area right now. Becker misses the first. On the second, no. Collected by Kane.
All right, run a play now.
Davies with it. Feeds it into Kane, batted out of play. It'll stay with the Hillers.
Nice idea, though. I like that. Get her down to the low post there.
It was a pretty good pass, too.
Yep.
Almost had her.
Just broken up. What was that? Trish Wadkowski again.
Yeah, just able to get the hand in there. Flanagan on the entry. Batted out of bounds, stays with the Hillers.
Can you see why Trish Wadkowski is their goalie?
Yep,
She's
absolutely.
got some quick hands.
Putting those goaltending skills to use. Davies. Along the wing, Finnegan. Nice feed of Flanagan. No, it falls out. Oh, that would have been nice.
I wanted that one. That was a nice feed. Great slash to the basket by Bethel Flanagan. Just didn't go.
I'll tell you, when we switch ends, and if Norwood has trouble shooting on that hoop should be looked at.
Another scrum on the ground, and it goes the Hillers' way.
Get a jump ball call. Hiller possession.
Lauren Reen back in. Number 4, the senior.
Well, another thing these two teams have in common, they'll both utilize pretty much their entire roster. Davies feeds it over to Kane. Up top for three goes Finnegan, and she knocks it down.
There we go. Let's get the party started, Finnegan.
Boy, did the Hillers need that.
They needed that big time.
Their first field goal of the quarter.
Kate Finnegan dropping it like a dime.
Cordani around the defender. Yes, wow. And the foul.
That was a nice move from Cordani.
She's at the line for an and one. The Hillers have reached the limit. That's the third foul on Kane. She has come out of the game for now. Paharik's back in. No good on the and one. Hiller rebound. Davies. Over to Flanagan.
Somebody's got to get hot, Tom.
Absolutely. Davies for three, no. And it's kept in by Paharik. Finnegan, though, unable to keep it in along the far side. 15.6 seconds left in this gritty first half. Reen taking it up. Up top. Chorus driving in, no good off the bottom of the hoop. Hillers have it. 1 second left. Can they get it up? No. And we will go into the halftime break with Norwood leading 21-6. The Norwood Mustangs outscore the Hillers in the second quarter 18-5.
Yeah, I mean, so look, I think that Norwood stopped pressing as much. All right, so that's positive. The Hillers are able to get a little something going. What we got to do is have a little reset in the locker room and talk about getting back to the fundamentals. Drive into the hole. Drive to the hole, because they're not going to get him from the three. I know Kate dropped one, which is great, but they're not going to get him from the three-point line. That Norwood perimeter defense is so stingy right now.
Yep.
So it's going to have to happen inside the paint. That's where it's going to have to happen if it's going to happen at all. So I'd say do that, draw those fouls, go to the line, get our points the easy way, and
we'll
lock
see.
them down. And let's, on the defensive side, we've got to get those rebounds. We cannot give them those second chance points. They got at least 5. I wasn't keeping count, but at least 5 on second chance opportunities. So if you had got those rebounds, it would be 16-6 right now.
Right.
Different story.
Yep, especially on the defensive end. The Hillers really need to collect those rebounds. We'll see if they could work on a comeback in the second half. At the break, it is Norwood 21, the Hillers 6. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. We are just about ready for the second half. Tom Nappy alongside Peter Thomas, happy to be on the call with you. And as we enter the second half, it's a 21-6 Norwood lead. It was a gritty defensive first half, but it was Norwood who ended up finding some offense in the second quarter as they put up several field goals and outscored the Hillers 18-5 in that quarter to head into the halftime locker room with a 21-6 lead. So we'll see in this half if the Hillers could find some offense. Let's take a look at the scoring totals so far for the Hillers. Bethel Flanagan with 2 points, Holly Paharic with 1, Kate Finnegan with 3. For Norwood, you have Cece Becker with 3, Liliana Cordani with 2, Ariana Blake with 3, Ava Morad with 6, and Alexa Corus leading the way with 7 points. Well, Peter, the Hillers, they're just going to have to find some offense and try to win that rebound battle. That is going to be important in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, I wasn't in the locker rooms, but I can tell you that two things were said. On the Norwood side, the coach just said, Kristen McDonald just said, keep doing what you're doing. It's all working. And on the Hiller side, it was, let's do exactly the opposite of what just happened. Let's try it out. But I'll tell you something from a body language standpoint. As you know, I'm no expert. But those Hiller girls ran back onto the court, and the Norwood girls walked onto the court. And so there's a little bit of, they got a little pep in their step. I think they got a little tune-up talk. So let's see what they can do here in the second half.
We have switched ends. Hillers working right to left across your screen. Flanagan with possession. Trying to feed it into Restaghini, stolen away by Corus. Another good steal there by Norwood. Blake gets it over to Reen, and now up top, Wadkowski driving in and finishing.
That's what she does.
Yeah, you get her down the lane.
Yep, she makes her presence felt.
Davies looking for Restaghini, and she's able to hang on to it. Paharic over to Flanagan. Back to Davies now. Driving down. Oh, looking for Finnegan. A misfire there.
It was a good idea.
Yeah, a little too much in front of her. Reen on the entry for Norwood. Full court pressure by the Hillers. Blake taking it up. Davies trying to poke it out. Blake picks it back up. Over to Reen. Now to Wadkowski. Driving in. Great feed to the block. No good on the shot. Batted in the air, and Paharic gets wrapped up with Blake. Possession arrow Norwood.
Good rebound from Holly. Wrapped it up, but Norwood got in there to force a jump ball.
The give and go. Reen kicks it out, driving down. Morad up with the left hand, no good. Flanagan with the rebound. Flanagan up to Paharic. Paharic down the lane, and that is going to be a charge.
Yeah, that's too bad. Too bad. Holly's kind of shaking her head, going, really? Come on. Catch a break here.
Well, she when you put the body weight into the defender.
I'm just saying, look at the comparison, though, between Holly and Trisha. I mean, I don't see it.
Right. Yeah, it's knocked out of play. We'll stay with Norwood. Well, I think that's one of the things the Hillers are going to have to do. Get someone like Paharic down in the low post.
Yep.
And try to get some layups going. I would say Paharic is probably their low post offensive specialist. If anyone could get it going in the post, it's Paharic. Blake over to Wadkowski for three. No. Davies with the rebound.
3-on-1 coming, Tom.
Yep, big opportunity here. Davies to Restaghini. Kicks it out. Up for the long two. Finnegan, no. And Norwood recovers. Collected by Chorus. Chorus feeds it down. Up for the shot. And in is Ava Morad.
I mean, that's just something I just noticed is that Hopkinton just hasn't been taking that many shots.
Well,
she just took a shot, right? But we just haven't taken a lot.
Stolen away by Morad. The ones they are taking, they're not hitting. Wadkowski feeds it out, able to keep it as Blake up top to Morad, back to Wadkowski. Around Paharic, gets it to the corner. Reen for three, knocks it down.
Yep. They're on the run now.
Here comes Davies. Finnegan to Paharic. Down the lane, draws the foul.
Norwood's just nothing easy. Nothing easy. But that's the right idea, you know, just get it there, get in the paint.
It'll be on Chorus. That's her second. Alexa Chorus. One of only 3 seniors on the roster as Paharic misses the first. Paharic is 1 for 3 from the line so far tonight. She hits the second. The Hillers down by 3 touchdowns. Along the wing, Chorus gets it back to Reen. Reen was trying to get it to Wadkowski. Gets it over to Chorus, driving in, up, no, and
taking a charge.
It's going to be a charge, yep.
Kate Finnegan took the charge there.
Second team foul on Norwood, and that's the third on Alexa Chorus. That could be a factor.
Yeah, she's got to be careful.
She's going to come out for now. Here comes Davies. Finnegan. Back to Davies. Davies taking it in, up and in.
Nice little layup off the glass.
Long pass to Wadkowski, and a good response as she draws the foul.
Boy, they were down there in a hurry, weren't they?
That's what Norwood likes to do. As soon as you get the bucket and you start to feel a little momentum going, bam, long pass.
Don't bother clapping because you need to be hustling.
Right? It was the second foul on Finnegan. And Wadkowski hits. She has 3 points so far tonight. She actually didn't score in the first half.
That's surprising to me, to be honest with you, because, I mean, yeah, I would have thought she'd had more.
She had a lot of rebounds.
She was definitely a factor, I can tell you that.
A lot of rebounds, few steals. No good there. Hillers have it. Whitman Krause with the rebound. Taking it up, Grady. Davies. Trying to feed it into Krause, and it's batted up from the low post. No good there is Grady. Paharic forcing her way in there. Knocked out of bounds off of Wadkowski.
You know, the Hillers keep running that same play, that interior pass, and, I mean, pretty much every time it's deflected. So they're going to have to come up with another play.
Davies. Back to Kane. Whitman Krause to Paharic. And batted by Kane. Wadkowski trying to come away with the steal. Out of bounds she goes. Good hustle there, but she couldn't hang on. Just past the midway point of this third quarter. Kane on the entry. Whitman-Kraus with it. To Paharic. Back to Davies for three. No. Battle for it. Coming away with it is Bella Chorus. Here comes Norwood, up and no good there. Chorus with the collection of the loose ball off the missed Blake shot. A good feed underneath. Up and in goes Connell. Grace Connell.
Second chance points. Another offensive rebound.
Davies down the lane, up for the shot. Yes.
Good shot from Elena Davies. Little finger roll.
Her second field goal of the quarter. I'll tell you, Elena Davies doesn't take a lot of shots, but she's someone that the Hillers are going to need because she's very good at working her way into the post. Reen feeding it in. Norwood trying to find an opening as the Hillers looking to trap.
That's a travel there. They missed that.
Missed shot by Chorus. Davies trying to keep it in but cannot. Couple substitutions for the Hillers. Restaghini and Flanagan back into the game. Paharic and Davies going to take a break. 2:41 left to go. Hillers trailing by 20. Becker on the entry. Horace feeds it across. Robinson gets it over. Thought about the three. Becker going to drive in instead. No good. It is a Norwood rebound. Up goes Connell. No good. Ball batted around. Connell comes out with it. Grace Connell, sophomore for Norwood.
Good steal.
And a great steal there by Restaghini. Great block on the Cordani shot. Along the top of the perimeter, Flanagan driving in now, and it's batted out of her grasp, out of play off of Chorus. No, took too long. Tremendous defense once again by Norwood on display. Green gets it over to Cordani. To Robinson. Back along the top of the perimeter. Chorus trying to drive down, and it's stolen away on the attempted pass, and we have a foul. It's going to be against Connell.
Yeah, Grace Connell fouled Sophia Whiteman-Kraus on that one, and we're going to get the ball back. But, I'm thinking about this inbound play, when the clock's ticking like that. Maybe we just call a timeout, Why not call a quick timeout?
Ooh, and Whiteman-Kraus lost it. Robinson driving down, no. And it's collected by Flanagan. Flanagan takes it coast to coast, can't finish. Rebound Becker. Airs it out, looking for Connell, too far in front of her. Look out for the camera.
Bethel Flanagan was on my soccer team when she was about 9 years old, and she used to get that same look on her face that she just had just now, which is she puts her head down and just starts driving straight forward. Just get out of my way is what she says.
With authority, Kane feeds it over. Whiteman-Kraus, turnaround jumper, no. Put back, no. Connell wrestling for it, and she'll come away with it. We've hit the 1 minute mark in this third quarter. Robinson feeds it to Becker. Becker in trouble, gets it over to Cordani. Down the lane, up with the scoop shot. No, battle for it. Cordani somehow comes out with it. Another big rebound there by Norwood, and they make the Hillers pay with a three from CeCe Becker.
CeCe Becker again.
Well, and Peter, that's what we were talking about, those rebounds. Norwood just dominating.
Yep.
And a travel here.
Yep.
Norwood just knows how to place themselves on the offensive boards.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Hillers aren't hustling. I mean, they really are. They're all over the place, but somehow, some nights are like that, right?
Yeah. Becker. It's it over to Connell. Robinson. Driving down. Ran into some trouble there. We have a foul.
A reach-in foul there on Megan Grady.
It's going to be her first. Becker on the entry. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Connell.
Nice save by Cece.
Nope. Flanagan.
Cece
2 seconds, 1 second at the buzzer. No. And we will head into the fourth quarter with the score. The Hopkinton Hillers 11, Norwood 34, and Norwood outscores the Hillers 13-5 in that third quarter. And Peter, it's just one of those frustrating nights for the Hillers.
Well, I was just hoping the girls would be able to stop the bleeding there, but it is. Yep, Norwood has kind of kept the pressure on. They were early led by Trish Witkowski there, but then Cece Becker just dropping those threes, man.
Yep.
That's going to do it. But again, you know, a couple of those came off of those offensive rebounds, you know, getting reset. So,
yes.
You know, this is one of those ones you look at the film later and you go, okay, so what are the positives? Defense is good. I mean, it really is. The defense is pretty good.
It is.
Standing them up.
Yep.
They're not giving them anything easy, all right? There's no fast breaks. I mean, they're earning it all, right? You know, what can we do better? We got to take more shots. That's one thing. And they aren't getting a lot of daylight. I mean, you know, to Norwood's credit, they're not getting a lot of daylight. They got to take more shots. They've got to get the rebounds on their side. They've got to do that. They got to wrap the ball up because that's, you know.
Yeah, they're getting dominated on the offensive boards, and that's really, I think, the main problem.
I mean, you're probably looking at 10 points right there, right?
Yeah.
That's probably 10 points easy.
Right.
Well, I mean, I know it is because Cece Becker just shot a three.
And the Hillers are a team that is typically known for putbacks. They're not getting that tonight.
All right, well, we got 8 minutes to make some magic happen.
Still in reach if you can get some serious scoring going. Here we go, fourth
It has
quarter.
been done before. That's why we play the game.
Absolutely. Whitman-Kraus feeds it over to Flanagan down the lane, kicks it out. Restaghini for three, no. And a nice rebound by Flanagan up to Kane for three, no. Knocked out of bounds, it's going Norwood's way.
But I like that. I like that approach. It's like, hey, you know what? We got to get in this game. Perimeter, shoot threes.
Yep.
That's the only way it's going to go tonight. You can't.
You don't really have a choice at this point.
Nope, you don't have a choice, and you can't shoot twos while they're shooting threes. So.
Morad feeds it over to Cordani. Around the perimeter they go. Driving baseline, Morad, no. Good defense by the Hillers. Paharic with the rebound. Davies to Restaghini. To the corner. Driving in Finnegan. Working the baseline. Round the defender.
That's a foul.
Draws it up.
Really well done. Really well done by Kate Finnegan there.
Pull out the sketchbook and draw it up. It's the first time of the night Kate Finnegan has been to the line. This is the first. Finnegan so far with 3 points on the night, hit a three in the second quarter. No good. That's not going to help.
Nope.
Here comes Norwood. Cordani gets it over. Morad working against Paharic. Gets it to the right side of the perimeter. Lions with it. And a misfire there towards Isabella Morgan.
Defense forces an error on Isabella Morgan.
Davies takes it up. Flanagan.
Good pick and roll there.
It was great feed to Paharic, and she draws the foul.
That's a nice pick and roll between Holly Paharic and Bethel Flanagan. Holly going to the line.
Second foul on Lily Cordani. Or correction, that one's going to be on Madeline Lyons. No good on the first. Paharic 2 for 5 from the line. No good on the second. Hillers 0 for 4 in the quarter from the free throw line.
Yep, you'd be looking at 15-34 right now.
Yeah, that's
still a mountain to climb, but
it's good to draw up the fouls, but you got to take advantage of them.
Yep.
O'Neal feeds it up top. Along the baseline, great feed to the block. No good on the shot, though, by Cordani. It's going Hiller's way.
So, Tom, first time these girls met, the scoreline was
37 to 13.
And we are looking at 34 to 11 with 6 minutes to go.
Pretty similar. It's almost like a repeat. Flanagan for 3. No.
Good rebound.
Restaghini wrestles it out. Davies. Over to Finnegan. Finnegan along the baseline. Flanagan, no. Finnegan keeps it in, but Norwood has it. It was collected by Ava O'Neal. Morad gets it back over, and now a nice feed underneath. No good on the shot by Morgan. Hillers have it. Flanagan feeds it to Davies. Now along the wing, Restaghini. Up top, Paharic. Back to Davies for 3. Yes!
Good shot, Elena Davies. Nicely done. Good ball movement. Found the open man. Hoisted it, and it dropped.
Morad driving down. Up top, she goes. 3 attempt, O'Neal, no. Norwood rebound up, no good. Davies collects and draws some contact. Off the missed Morgan attempt. It's going to be a push on Ava O'Neal, her first. Team third for Norwood, so the Hillers may have the opportunity to get to the free throw line a few times in the remainder of this game. Norwood backing off the press. Davies, no. Collected by Cordani. Ada Monopoly is in the game for the Hillers, her first appearance. The lone freshman on the roster. Along the corner, Davies swats it out. Let's take a look at upcoming Hiller action on HCAM. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday as Hiller boys basketball will battle Medfield, a huge TVL matchup. And then on Wednesday, a double dose of Hiller hockey. Girls take on Norwood, boys take on Westwood. Girls game at 6 p.m., the boys game at 8 p.m. To the low post, up and in they go. Nice bucket there by Connell. Davies for 3, no. Collected by Robinson.
Well, she was heat checking a little bit because she's hit a couple.
Norwood working the perimeter. CeCe Becker gets it in to Connell, and we have a foul
on Whiteman Krause.
It is indeed. That'll be her first. Reen on the entry. Up top, Robinson feeds it over to Reen. Now to the corner, up for 3. No good there by Chorus. Battle for it underneath. And Kane trying to wrestle it away, and now we get the jump ball call. They let him wrestle a bit before that jump ball call.
Are we watching the wrong sport here, brother? Because like 3 of them in there on that one.
Yeah. Becker on the entry. Green. Being watched by Davies. Back to Becker. Here's Robinson. Feeds the corner. Driving in. Chorus gets it up top. Robinson now. No. Grabs her own rebound. Good hustle there.
Good hustle from the freshman.
Takes a three. No good. Collected by Chorus. Norwood dominating on this possession rebound-wise. Another one. And this time they'll finish. Bella Chorus.
3 offensive rebounds just in that possession.
Hillers typically don't allow that many. Monopoly on the shot, no.
We know what we got to do when we get back to practice on Monday. We know what we got to do.
Absolutely. I'm sure they will be working on offensive rebounds.
I think so.
The defensive side, they haven't been bad at rebounding.
Nope.
It's really been the offensive side.
Yep.
Kane feeds it in. Grady. Kane working the baseline. Around the defender. No. Battle for it.
Yep.
Jump
Good
ball
battle.
call.
Good battle.
And a good show of sportsmanship there by Caroline Kane, checking on Madeline Lyons. CC Becker taking it up. Over to O'Neill. Robinson now. Gets it over. Becker thought about it. Going to drive in. Up with the underhand shot. Bucket no good, but drew the foul.
Yeah, with CC Becker going left, switched to her right hand and throwing it up. Didn't go, but earned a trip to the stripe.
That was on Ada Monopoly, her first, team's second. No good. CC Becker, 6 points on the night. There's 7. 25-point lead for Norwood. 2:20 left to go. Restaghini feeds it in. Kane rejected. You know, I thought maybe there was some contact there, but official on top of it. Robinson feeds it out for 3. No good. Well, as I mentioned, Hiller boys basketball takes on Medfield Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. tip-off. It'll be a big one. Wally Henneberry will be on the call for that game, and I'll be over at the Yukon game that night.
Will you? Yeah, good for you.
Watching the Champs take on Butler. But I'll certainly be paying attention to what's happening in that crucial TVL game on HCAM.
You know, I don't think our viewers know how dedicated you really are to HCAM. I mean, I can remember.
You're going to make me blush.
No, doing a game, you're like, you know, you're doing the soccer game, and I said, yeah, I'll do the soccer game. I'll do the call. I don't, you know, I'm not as good as you, but I'll try. Because you had a very important Patriots game.
Oh, Kane with a 3.
Good shot. And I was like, I do not want you to miss that. But meanwhile, you're at the Pats, and you're watching and listening to me, and you're like, hey, good job on the call. I'm telling you, listeners, Tom Nappy is a dedicated man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Through the defenders, no good there. Collected by Connell. Robinson. Back to Connell. Now Becker up top.
That's
for
a
3. No good. Connell, no. Battle for it. And jump ball call. Hiller ball. 41 seconds left. So the Hillers, let's face it, they're not going to win this one. They're going to fall to 9-6. But it's a game you learn from. But at the same time, you just move on.
Yep. I mean, they're still in a good position. They're still in a good position for the playoffs.
I'll tell you, I don't know why there wasn't a foul call there. I know it's late, but there's some blatant contact.
Yeah, there's some missed stuff. A couple of missed travels. Definitely some contact there. But yeah, you know, you take your lumps, and and take out your aggression on your next opponent. But,
Exactly.
But yeah, and obviously, what can we learn from this? You know, we can learn that second chance points killed us tonight.
Well, that and rebounds. The offensive rebounds were not good for the Hillers tonight.
I tell you, Norwood's got our number.
They do. They do. So a rough loss for the Hillers, but they will dust themselves off and get ready for Tuesday, where they will head to take on a very tough Medfield team. So hopefully they'll be ready to go on Tuesday. They certainly have a lot of talent on this girls' team, and we're expecting them to do big things. So pick yourselves up, dust yourselves off, get ready for next week.
That's right. You got a good, nice long weekend to rest. You got 1 day of practice to think about it, and on to the next.
Exactly. But that is going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. The final score for the final time: Norwood over the Hillers 41-17. For our crew, Mary Arnott, John Ritz, my broadcast partner, Peter Thomas, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Basketball on HCAM. Take care, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody. Yeah. I'll let you know any other openings you got. Great job, as always. Where do you think, in Norwood, do you think those refs go? Seriously, there was some